Hello and welcome everybody. I am so excited to be here every week with my Facebook Lives. I'm going to wait till you guys pop on, give you a moment. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. And just to make sure that you guys understand a little bit about what I do, my name is Stephanie, aka Business Chic Mama, where I help creative entrepreneurs excel, succeed, and thrive in their business. And there's just so much opportunity out there online, and I'm here to help you. I am a fashion designer myself. Hello and welcome, Melanie. I am a fashion designer for 22 years, for those of you that do not know who I am. And as we're waiting for people to come on, I just wanted to go into a little bit about my history so you can feel comfortable with me, knowing that, hi Brian, how are you? Knowing about me, a little bit more about me as we wait for people to pop on. So for years and years and years, since 1998, hello, thank you for coming on, supporting me, and hopefully you guys are gonna have a great session right now. But for 22 years, I have been designing fitness clothing. Oh, Christina, you made it on time. I'm going to give you a thumbs up for that. Hi from Texas. Greetings from Texas. Anyway, for 22 years, since 1998, I opened my doors for business. And ever since then, I have been creating businesses, brick and mortar, online, you name it. And now it's time to teach everybody because I have a lot of knowledge. I'm not perfect. I'm not the know-it-all guru, but I have a lot of information that you can glean from me. And hopefully, if you have any questions that you are been thinking about, pop them in the comment box as we get into this. But today, hey Sheila, missed you last week, girl. So good to see all you guys. It really means a lot to me that you are on here because I know you could be watching anything, and I'm here to provide true value for you, and that is my ultimate goal. So I want to start today with this, and this is a quote from John Maxwell. And if you do not know who John Maxwell is, he is a Christian author who, well, actually he's secular, but he's a Christian. And he kind of like sneaks that in to his audience. But he is a internationally well-recognized author, but he is also a business success coach. And I mean, he has, dealt with presidents and all types of leaders, and he has some great wisdom. And his quote is, "Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time." And we are living in a world right now that we want instant. We want it done now. We want it done yesterday. And with business, we have to remember that is not the case. And although, yes, you can make businesses faster than other people, but you're never going to have that overnight success. So always remember that when you're going through those frustrations and those, oh, you just want to quit, just remember that Rome wasn't built in a day. And keep at it. And that is the perfect quote for today, because I want to talk to you. And now I know some of you already have Etsy shops that you're on here right now, but this purpose of today's YouTube and Facebook Live is for those of you that have not started an Etsy shop. But that being said, if you already have an Etsy shop, glean from this because it's going to be real simple on, those strategies that you need to be successful. So the first thing I want to ask you guys, if you do not have an Etsy shop, is what's going on? Why have you not started yet? So if I can get a comment from any of you that you do not have an Etsy shop yet and you've been thinking about it, just leave a comment and said that, let me know if you have not started your Etsy shop yet, or actually any online business, because I do Amazon as well. I have had many websites. I have e-commerce with my fitness clothing. So I have lots of experience in the e-commerce space. But if you haven't started, what's going on? Tell me what's happening. Most of the time, and I'm going to tell you probably what it is, you've been maybe thinking about it, but you're fearful. Can I get maybe a thumbs up? You're fearful of, oh my gosh, maybe they won't like my product. Maybe I'm doing the wrong product. How am I know what's going to be selling? Wait, let me read in the comments. I'm trying to perfect too many things. Can I have your hand? No, 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 girlfriend. Okay, this is insider secrets right here. If you want to succeed in business, you must go through a lot of mistakes for the most part, unless you already have a following, unless you have, unless you've got something already present, you have touch points all across the internet. If you're just starting out brand new, your product is never going to be usually exactly the same as you progress through your shop and through your online. And I can say this because I've had 7 Etsy shops. I just started one recently about 6 months ago, very part-time. I'm doing print on demand. And last week, for those of you that you were listening to my last episode about, I guarantee you, if you do this every day, you'll start to see increased sales. Well, I'm going to raise my hand. I'm at 59 products now, and all of a sudden my sales are popping up. And I had very few sales for the past 6 months because I only had 29 products. And I committed to start adding products, and now I had 3 sales this week on a automated Etsy shop. So basically most of that shop is automated. I will go into that in another YouTube video. So my point is, get stuff out there, okay? Perfection, we can perfect things later on. There's phases in business. The beginning phase, it's kind of like this, and you're like, okay, what am I producing? Who's gonna like it? And then as you start to get your clientele, you're gonna understand what they want, what colors they like. All that will happen, but get your product up. So you're overthinking your product, you're trying to be perfect, you're stuck, you're overwhelmed, you're on too many YouTube videos, they're telling you too many different things, okay? That is probably, for the most of you guys are not starting, or you're stuck in the very beginning stages. So I'm here to tell you, just if you can do those things, get your products up to about 50 or 60 products. I don't care how messy your shop is right now. No one's really looking at it when you have no audience. Don't worry about the 10 people that are looking at your shop right now. Now, I have 2 shops, one that's doing thousands, the other one is doing, maybe $50 or $100 a month. But I see the difference in the volume of views, and no one's looking at that shop yet. But when I get to the thousands, then I could say, hey, you know what? I need to really focus on my photos, my SEO, and all those things are important. But I'm talking about for those of you that are just starting out because you're stuck. So what do you need to do? And I'm going to call it, if you have not actually opened your shop, I call it the MVP, which is the minimum viable product. And this is something that you just can get out to the public to show what your talent is, to get it out there, to get your feedback. And I'm not talking it has to be sloppy. You don't want to put your sloppy work, but I'm saying it doesn't have to be the perfect photos. Just put good quality photos up for now, but put a good description, put good tags in SEO, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Try to get as many listings as you can. Try to do that one product a day for 30 days. Try to get to 50 or 60 products. Then you're going to be able to see a little more what's happening with your traffic. Then you can do paid advertising. But you gotta give people something to work with here. 10, 20 products, it's just not going to really do much. And I know there's opposite sides of the spectrum, and some Etsy coaches say you only need 50 products, but I disagree. The top sellers have thousands of products, if not hundreds, until they're established. Then you can scale back down. The more products you have, the more chance to be discovered. Then you scale back down to what is not selling. Then you can go back to your 50, 75, 100 products. So you guys with me on that? That's my strategy, and it's working for me. So Now, how to validate your product if you're just starting out and you're not sure exactly what's going on. What you want to do is go right onto Etsy. It's a really easy way to validate to see if there is a demand for your product. Go right onto Etsy. Type in the search, what your basic product is. So let's say you're doing, cute water bottles for working out. So, do some descriptive searches, check it out. Thanks for the thumbs up. And if the product is listed and there are, thousands of listings, probably there is a demand for it. But if you type in something and it's very, very strange and different and, like 3 things show up, it's probably something you need to morph into something else that's in demand, because it's too hard to fight the market to find products that are completely different, too hard to market it. I would stick with things that you can, of course, your own spin, your own originality, but things that people are already searching for. That's how you're going to get found with your SEO, your search engine optimization. Okay, so remember, done is better than perfect. That's going to be our theme throughout this whole, every time I get on to my Facebook Lives or YouTube, done is better than perfect. Get that in your brains, okay? So 2 of the actual what I like to use to find this actual research besides Etsy are 2 tools. And the first one is Etsy Rank. It was formerly Etsy Rank, now it's called eRank. And if you do not know what eRank is a third-party tool which it integrates, it's an algorithm that finds, it's not right from Etsy, but it's a very close match to find out what is selling on Etsy. There's the competition on Etsy. There's also engagement on Etsy. That's the pro version. But even with the free version, you can just type in some SEO keywords and you're going to get a whole list of things that people are looking for. It's a great place to start and to validate your product. And remember to try to niche down, and then you can really see what's going on. So that's the second thing. Number 3, let's say you're just starting a shop and you're not an artist at all. You don't know how to do design. You're terrible at Illustrator. Even Canva you can't do. Go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. You can get a logo for $5. And it's really good. I've got tons of logos on Fiverr. An awesome place to get anything outsourced. If you need a virtual assistant, if you need any kind of marketing materials, Fiverr is an awesome resource. Utilize it, because I have been a victim of trying to change my logo, and I've spent weeks on a logo, and I tell you what a waste of time. Don't waste your time on perfecting a logo. Please don't make that mistake. And I've done plenty of them. I mean, I redid my one logo. I've done it like 7 times. One day I'll show you the evolution of Oh My Bod logo, and it doesn't really matter in the long run. And again, I'm not trying to be like blasé about everything, but I'm trying to get you going, trying to just get that traction that we talked about going. You can perfect the logo later. You can do all those things later. So Fiverr.com, awesome resource for everything to get you up and running, get your banner, get photos, anything you need. Even if you want to do white backgrounds, you can get those done for such on the cheap. So that is a great resource for you. So what can you expect when you first open the doors, when you're opening an Etsy shop and you're like, okay, I'm waiting for the cha-ching, ching, ching. And you're like, cricket, cricket. Yeah, that's what unless you have a Facebook following and an email and everything else that I talk about in my course and everything else online, you're not going to have much action, and it can be very depressing. And that's why I'm here to inspire you guys, to tell you that it's normal to have minimal traffic, especially if you're not advertising. It's normal. This is completely expected. And that's where I'm saying get those 50, 60 products up, get some traction going, then you can start advertising. So basically, you're going to expect very minimal when you first open your shops. If you get a sale, you're like, yeah, I made a sale. And then 2 weeks later, you're like, I haven't made a sale. What's going on? The more active you are in your shop, the more that the sales will start to come in. And again, there's so many different strategies. There's so many email marketing, Pinterest. I'll save all those for another time, but Pinterest and Tailwind Tribes and all these strategies. But if you're not you're getting ahead of the horse before the cart. You got to get going first. So that's what you can expect. Slow sales in the beginning, unless you are really working it every day. But then you're going to start seeing something very interesting. You're going to find patterns. And as I said, with this kind of new shop that I'm testing out, print on demand, I'm seeing a few patterns. I'm seeing 2 to 3 different types of products that are starting to get more sales than other. Now I am focusing on those products and those little categories. Make sure everything is categorized, by the way, easy for your shoppers to find what they're looking for. And again, those keywords, spread them out. You let people find you. So how to make your very first sale. If you have not been on Etsy and you have not made any sales yet, or let's say you're starting your shop and you're like, I don't have any sales. I've been on for 3 weeks and no one's looking at me. Well, the best way to get your first sale is to invite your family and friends to purchase your product and to leave a review. And this is really important, and this is totally legit, because what happens is very few people will buy from a shop that does not have any sales and no reviews. They're going to be very iffy. So this is the hardest part about getting an Etsy shop up and running. When you start to get like 10 reviews, all of a sudden you're kind of established. Like people are like, okay, you got 10 5-star reviews. I can deal with that. I trust this shop. So the hardest part is getting those first few reviews. And of course, your family and friends probably aren't going to leave you a negative review, right? So I would definitely give your friends and family, let them know, say, hey, listen, I'm starting my Etsy shop. Please, I would love it if you just, test my product, see what you think, and leave a review. And most likely, they are going to do that for you. Once you get those first few sales, a few more will start to roll in as you start going, as you continue to plug away. So that's how you make your very first sale. I know it sounds like kind of like a cheap shot, but it is the truth. It is so hard to get that first sale. So what else do I want to talk about? Let me see here. The 1 day rule, which is 1 product a day, list it. That will get you very far. If you can't do 1 a day, do 1 every other day. Then when you're at 50 products, reevaluate, see if you're still not making sales. Then you also might want to start doing Etsy paid ads. And I don't want to get into paid ads right now because that's, we're already at about 15, 17 minutes, and I like to keep these lives real short just for time's sake. But I'm going to probably be getting into the Etsy paid advertising, and you can do it for $1 a day to see if you're getting any traction. And I would highly recommend that once you are about, 30 to 50 products, start advertising, see what's going on. I think if you're under 30 products, you might still not have quite enough yet, but that's something you can test on your own. But in a nutshell, if you haven't started, I'm going to give you these 5 things. Just get started. The first thing all you need to do is have a product. Number 2, niche down and validate that product. Number 3, get your products photographed. Number 4, list those products. Use your SEO keywords. I've got YouTube videos about the SEO search algorithm. It's really detailed and very current. So go back and check that. Check my YouTube channel for the SEO. It's really valuable. And then market your products. That's it. Don't complicate your business, guys. I've complicated my businesses over the years, and I look at the time I wasted. Just get up, get the nose to the grindstone. Don't get distracted by all the noise out there, and then you can reevaluate. You guys can always, email me if you have any questions in our private Facebook group. That's why I am doing this private Facebook group for you guys to just, hey Stephanie, can you suggest this or that? I also do private coaching, and I also have a really awesome class course that you guys can take. I am going to be offering a discount coming up for Mother's Day. I'm only going to offer the discount twice a year, so look out for that. I'll let you know about that. But for now, I hope I inspired you guys just to keep on track, not get discouraged. Is there any questions that you have before we cut out? And remember, Melanie, try not to be perfect with everything. I know we're thinking that, the world is like on us, like you're singing at the Super Bowl, but we're not, I promise you. I had to kind of, in my designs, like I've designed thousands and thousands of pieces over the years and have dressed thousands of women, literally thousands of women. And some of them are like, oh, I wouldn't wear this. They pick it up. They're like, oh, I would never wear this. Now that would crush me if I didn't get that thick skin. And then on the other hand, I have very high powered clientele that are like, I love your stuff so much, so you're going to get people that are not going to like your product, and they're going to like your product. So don't worry about the people that don't like your product. They're not your client. So get that in your mind. Don't try to be everyone, everything to everybody. It's not going to work. Niche down, know what you're passionate about, get your product validated, and stop trying to be perfect. Just get it out there. Perfect it later, perfect it as you go. So any feedback before I hang up with you guys? I'm so glad that you guys all made it this week. I also want to know I'm kind of not getting too much feedback about what you want to hear every week. It's really important because I have to think about, do you want to know about taxes? Do you want to know about, SEO? Do you want to know about Pinterest? So I'm just, trying to get to the crowd that has not actually, wait, let me scroll down here. Oh, sorry, I'm scrolling down. Let me just read the comments. Brian said, I have a shop, but it's inactive at this time. Okay, so Brian, why is your shop inactive? Is it because of time? Is it because you got frustrated? Is it because, what's going on? Hopefully this live inspired you to get up and going again. Melanie, what's the difference between Etsy Rank and Marmalade? You know what, they're both kind of the same. I personally use Etsy Rank. Marmalade, some people prefer. It's pretty much the same. I don't have a ton of experience with Marmalade. I've been on it a little bit, but you're just going to get data. You're going to get information. So Etsy Rank, I don't know if Marmalade, you know what? Marmalade does not have a free, I don't think they have a free version. Etsy Rank, you could at least get on there and do a little bit of basic research. So I would definitely go ahead and check that out. Thank you very much. Texas would be amazing. Also Pinterest. Oh, taxes. I'm like Texas, I can't read. Pinterest. Okay, is there a seller support on Etsy? Yes, there is, but you know what, there is everything is, you know what, you notice that the online marketplaces, they're always so hard to get to. They do have a whole Etsy forums where you can ask questions to other Etsy sellers, and they're very helpful with getting you along in your journey. But Etsy does have a support as of, I haven't used it in a while, but as far as I know, they're still there. And you can definitely contact them with any of your questions. And yeah, Pinterest, man, Pinterest, when you are on a roll with Pinterest, it is the way to go, especially Tailwind Tribes, if you don't know about Tailwind Tribes. Okay, guys, it has been almost 25 minutes, so I'm going to cut out, but thank you so much for being here. Hope I inspired you guys. Seriously, you can do this. Be the people that are going to do what everyone else won't, so you can be successful. All right, guys, kisses. I'll see you in my private Facebook group, and I'll see you in the next, check my YouTube channel, and also check, wait, let me read that. Oh, you're welcome, Sheila. And check my next Facebook Live. Let me know what you guys, want to talk about next week, okay? All right, have a great week. I'll see you soon.